Good morning, or good evening, or good afternoon, whichever time you find yourself watching this video. Today, I have a package from my friends over at AtlanticKnife.com, C and Jewel. Let's see what we have here. Yes. We have a Kershaw. Let's put that right. Not too much in the bag this time. They're getting used to me. We got a Atlantic Knife sticker and one of their new deals every day. Use the code AK for a extra discount. This is a Kershaw fixed blade. This is a Kershaw Hurdle 1408. It is a made in China Kershaw fixed blade. Not sure if they make any of their fixed blades in America. Kershaw is kind of a mixed bag. They have great designs and they make some bio armor. Here we go. Kershaw, that's all they have in the box. And those silica packs. So we'll move the box out of our way. Kershaw Hurdle. Now, love the look of this. The price, the price on this knife was just silly. I paid like 25 bucks for this thing, and I have what I call its little brother. This is the Hurdle. I don't remember the name of the other one, but I think I did a video on it now. But let's take a look-see at, I'll zoom in just a little bit so you can see better. Beautiful. I mean, one thing I can say, I love the profile on this guy. It's that beautiful line. If you watch my channel, I kind of gravitate towards that aesthetic. Very, very nice. We'll look, it's almost 6 inches on the cutting edge of the blade. Tiny sharpening / fingertip choil. I wouldn't use it as a fingertip choil because it'll slice me up. Mild jimping on the top of the blade, full tang. Very light, so the tang might be skeletonized. Kershaw, China, 1418. This blade this is a budget blade. It's 8CR 13 MOV, Chinese steel. But it's budget, but it's not junk. Okay, let's just lanyard, a little lanyard slot. Let's weigh this guy. 215 grams. A little over 7.5 ounces. So it feels very, very nimble in the hand. It is sharp, and this steel is easy to sharpen. Wood, kind of sculpted wood handles. Not aware of what kind of wood it is, but it's not a bad looking wood. I don't know if I'm going to do this because I don't know if I'll be successful, but I might try. A long time ago, a friend at the time gave me blocks of exotic wood, ebony, ironwood, others. I'm not sure if they're big enough because at the time, quick little story. At the time, as someone who analyzes processes, I like things that are not easy to do. So with that being said, I decided to teach myself how to shave with a straight razor. And consequently, I was fascinated by not only the process it took to not just scar your face up, but the process of keeping the blade sharp, the process of maintaining your handle scales on your razor blade, and the fact that you could get razor blades from not hundreds, 100 years ago, you could get a razor for $30, $20 and bring it back to life. So anyway, I was going to try my hand at making straight razor scales on some of the older straight razors. The scales had cracks and things like that. Turned out to be pretty darn difficult. Just there's some technical knowledge of learning how to ball peen brass pins, etc. that I didn't have the proper equipment and space to do it. So I just put the box away and it's somewhere. I'm going to look and decide. So anyway, this knife, let's go back to here. Sorry for the diversion, but if anyone is interested in straight razors, drop me a message in the chat and I can do a straight razor review or more than one. I have a bunch of very, very cool straight razors. So let's talk about what I like about this knife, what I don't like about it. The steel is a budget steel. I'm not gonna harp on that, okay? It feels sharp. It has a very nice weight. The balance is fairly, it's hard because of the shape on this guy, but it's behind that finger guard. So the balance is sort of back weighted. The jimping is mild jimping. What I like about it is it is very nimble. It could be, this is a fast, this could be a fighting knife. I guess you could probably scrape a ferro rod here on the jimping, because this swedge, I think is the proper term, it's not sharp. It would be interesting if you put a sharpened edge right there, which you could. You know, I'd kind of like to see this blade with at least some of sharpening. But with the swedge here, penetration is easy with this knife. It is pokey, it is slicey, it's sharp enough. So, and it's light enough. Let's quickly do, you know, I'm not crazy about nylon sheaths personally. They're a pain to clean if you get mud in them and stuff, but with this, I imagine it does come out a little bit, but this, as long as this guy is secure, wow, that was me just going too crazy. As long as this is secure, it's on there. It's a Scout carry. So budget, very budget, under $30 here. You get what you pay for. Would it benefit? Okay, let's talk about things I don't like or things I would improve. Not a fan of smooth handled knives, although this handle is small enough, and here's where, you know, we'll get into, I've had other wood handle knives, Bowie style knives, and the handle is so big that I'm like, man, it's almost too big for my hand. But if I was wearing a glove, it would be fine. This handle is, I mean, you're locked in. This really is the perfect size handle. Because of the way these scales are mounted, they're not flush with the tang, top or bottom. There is a little proclivity for hot spotting because this edge is a 90-degree edge. You can kind of see it. I don't know if the camera's gonna really catch it that well, but all along this edge, that's the pretty sharp 90-degree spine. So that being said, if I was making improvements to this exact knife, I would probably do one of two things. I would replace these scales with like a micarta, but I would make the scale, I like the thickness of the scale. This thickness is fine. But what I would do is, with a knife like this, I don't necessarily need a lanyard slot. Don't necessarily have to cover it up, but it's not necessary to keep either. But I would expand, I would widen this scale and cover up this tang to where it's flush, thus taking away any potential for hot spotting. Now, the screws actually aren't bad. I mean, it is on, let's see, on this side, you can see there's just, well, on both sides, there's that tiny indication of the screw. And it's a Torx. It's probably a number 9 Torx. But I'm persnickety about that. I really don't want to feel these screws. I want them to be recessed better. So that's how I would improve this particular knife. And I actually may, I don't know yet. You know, I always say I like a good deal. You've seen that. You've seen me buy knives and kind of question real time. What is the knife going to be used for? Why did I buy it other than it was cheap? Some knives, they're so cheap that I'm like, if I don't like it, I can give it away or put it on one of the sites or trade in. You know, there's always some sort of intrinsic value with these knives. This knife, I think, has the potential to be a nice, I wouldn't bushcraft with this guy, you know, it's not equipped for that really, but it has the capacity for it to be a nice field knife. And when I say field knife, I'm meaning more on the tactical side of that, you know, light enough to make fast work of things, but has enough of that penetration power that can go through. Now, again, what would make this even better, obviously, to my mind, would be upgrading the steel, and it's sort of dealer's choice. But then again, it becomes a not sub $30 knife anymore once you upgrade the steel. This knife would be wicked in like a S35 V. Something, but you're going to lose the ease of sharpening. So keep that in mind. The only other thing that I would want to do is this guy. I would want this extended just for a little bit more protection. That's just a sort of a preference, but if it came down not even 1/4 of an inch more, you're going to have a lot more protection on this index finger. I like the knife. Kershaw, for their Chinese line, I think they did a great job. And if you want a decent size, again, this knife it's got 6 inches of cutting surface. If you want a decent size knife on a budget, this is a good one for you. And the handle is right at 5 inches. So it's roomy. I think you could wear gloves with this guy. Not super winter gloves, because the handle is slim enough to where I think big puffy gloves are gonna feel weird, you know. Well balanced. I like it. In my budget category, I give this guy an A. They did a really good job. Yeah, good on you, Kershaw. So, does anyone have this Kershaw? They make another one smaller. I can't remember the name, but I called it. It's like Big Brother and it's Little Brother. But what do you think about Kershaw in general? I'm gonna do. I think my next video is gonna be another Kershaw. May not be. I don't know yet. But it's gonna have. It's gonna be a USA made folder. My next Kershaw review. So, please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know if you like the fixed blades more. Do you like the folding blades? No, I'm not necessarily a wealth of technical knowledge on how a lot of these knives are built, but I just want you to see something you may have caught a glimpse of and help you make some better decisions with your purchases and all that. So that's where I am trying to help out. With that being said, remember, life is hard. Don't complain. Till next time, take care.